Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? It's good to see you again. I want us to pick up right away with where we left off. Do you remember when last week we talked about the angel visiting Mary? And he told Mary she was going to have a baby. The angel Gabriel said, Mary, you're going to have a baby. How can this be? I'm not even married yet. And the angel said, it's going to be God's baby. It's going to be God's baby, and you're going to name him Jesus. That was last week. This week, we're going to talk about Mary, Joseph, and a wonderful baby being born. Do you love to hear when babies are born? They're so cute and tiny. It's a wonderful story. And Jesus was just like that too, boys and girls. Jesus was born like everybody, like me, like you. He had a mom, he had dad, and he was a baby, just like us. So let's start our story. It's called Baby Jesus is Born. Mary loved Joseph. Mary and Joseph were going to be married soon. Joseph lived in Nazareth, but his family lived in Bethlehem. Do you have any family that doesn't live right by you? Sometimes have to get in the car and drive a while to see them? Well, they didn't have cars when baby Jesus was born, but they had to travel if they needed to go where their family was. So a new leader came along, and his name was Caesar, and he ordered all the people to go back to their homeland, to go back to where their family was from. He wanted to count all of the people. So Mary and Joseph went to Bethlehem. There they are. There they are. They go on a journey to get back to Joseph's hometown. Now, I don't know if you can see it, boys and girls, but Mary is pregnant. She is about to have her baby on this journey, and I'm sure riding on the back of a donkey was not comfortable at all. It says Mary was going to have her baby very soon, and when they arrived in Bethlehem, they looked for a safe place to sleep. But all of the inns were full. An inn is like a hotel or a motel where you would go and you would stay if you're away from home. So there they are. They're at the inn. And the innkeeper is saying, sorry, there's no room here for you. We have no space left. A lot of people were going back to their hometowns. And the hotels were filling up, boys and girls. All of the extra places to sleep. But finally, there was a man who was able to help them. He said, I don't have any rooms left, but you're welcome to sleep in the stable. Do you know what a stable is? It's a barn. It's a place where people can keep their animals. Ew. Have you ever been in a barn? Have you ever been in a barn? Yeah, sometimes it's stinky, right? It's got cows and donkeys and chickens and hay. Well, there's usually not a bathroom in the barn, but that is where they found a place to sleep, boys and girls. They slept in the barn. And in that barn, Joseph made a warm place for Mary to rest. And while they were there, baby Jesus was born. He came into this world, a tiny baby, into his mother's arms in a stable, a barn filled with animals and hay. I bet that was quite different from how you were born. Most of you were probably born in a hospital. I know I was, but not baby Jesus, not the King of the world. He came in a stable. It says Mary wrapped Jesus in strips of cloth and gently laid him in the manger. There he is. Boys and girls, I have some props for us. Let's remember our characters. We have Mary and we had Joseph. And they had to go back to Bethlehem to be counted by the census. And so they rode on a donkey all the way to Bethlehem. When they got there was no place in the hotels and in the inns for them to sleep. So they needed to sleep in a stable. And so Mary and Joseph went into the stable, and it was there that baby Jesus was born. God's own son was born in a stable filled with animals and stinky smells. And she wrapped him in cloths that she had, and she laid him in the manger. Now the manger is the food bowl for the animals. It wasn't clean. It wasn't beautiful, but it's where baby Jesus was laid to rest for his very first night in this world. It's where God fell asleep. Wow, what an interesting story, right? I mean, that's very different from me and you, but it's Jesus's birth story, and it's amazing. This is the beginning of the life of a man who would change everything for us. Thank you, God, for baby Jesus. Let's say a prayer. Dear God, thank you for this day. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my school and for my teachers. Please be with the people who are sick. God, thank you for sending Jesus. Love you, God. Thank you for loving me. And we all say together, Amen. Boys and girls, I hope you have a great week. The story's not over. It's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of the story of how this one tiny baby changes everything. And it is so cool and so exciting. You're not going to want to miss any of it. Have a good week, and I will see you soon.